Encode your DNA. Define your genetic structure. Choose a genetic resilience. Choose your first style. Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick a class. Mercenary, Deadeye, Commando, Cypher, Saboteur, Sentinel, Command, Deadeye, Mercenary. Mercenary chosen. Sounds good. Here's drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at but for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the dark side of you. Your inner voice, to be precise. An echo of the balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
Can't believe you'd choose that thing over me. But I'll be here waiting for you when you have a change of heart.
That thing? I'm right here. Let me remind you, we're two halves of the
Better half. My way is both better and brighter. Light makes it easier to see the best end.
The best end is the one you decide yourself. And it seems...
Guess left can be right sometimes. Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family, or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger. this is not the time or place to end this story. This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes. The Predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the Tree of Life started to die. Not much left of that one. Neutralized. Not the easiest way to get up. The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its way. muscles like steel. Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight. That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy. Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it. The morts produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. That's the good stuff. Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind. Just a few moves left. Make them count. There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right. But no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours. The sound of spark metal going pew-pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. Just a few moves left. Make them count. There you go. The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. Game on. Right in the face. Hey, nice shot. First. The deep cut. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives. He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out...
Mopu far kobi, I kobe. I fari kobo farmo.
He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up.
No kek ujbar no barke.
He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize...
Mopu far kobi. Yeah, mufurbo. Boom.
There have been rumors...
Tolua lu toloka.
The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is...
Bobo toboko. Udeno ko nunyofobo.
The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark.
Kuchai? Ifar befarbe.
How LUPA-LUPIN somehow left you alive after his raid on the old village.
Muk bebuk. Maoya.
There's no doubt you're the child, and that what LUPA-LUPIN did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the...
Chintwata motihuasa iatu yao mawa.
He says it has taken you a long time to bring the...
Mpa, wherefore, where?
It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Muma's
Ya moluwando iatu yao mawa.
After the old village was destroyed and...
Yudnulua tula. Kobwa yake.
Had it... Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He Sounds like he thinks she does, despite your heart growing dark. There's nothing as... He The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little... You might be right. The Nono... You found... The Nono's key energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life. You need to support the tree for a... You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The Nono was... You handle But better bid. From He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Mooma comes. That's not true. She's the reason there's still...
Papa Mofobak.
He lost you there for a while, but no memory.
Pilvov ugvuhu vobra bu.
He says he remembers
Kim hobe bekoko hifar muk.
the
Kanguipa koyevun.
records tell of the ruinous devastation that Toxanol. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Noko has tamed the Midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast.
Maotoliawahu. Farfarifto. Tuka kubu.
Out of
Koyevun. Tuvun bunun.
the road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support.
Fofo umbak bakwa papamu.
He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree isn't saved.
Fofo umbak bakwa papamu.
He claims names have power, so he gave...
Baluotolua. Mauketo tolu ayadre.
Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters. You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters.